Watch a live demo of the new frames and speech in VO3. Cloudflare thinks AI companies should pay websites. And an AI Barbie is going to play with your kids. All that and more is coming up right now. We recently covered this new world we're in where marketers or video professionals, anybody really, can create their own stock footage or B-roll to meet your bespoke needs. We took a close look at Google's, at the time, new VO3 model and showed you how you can use it to save yourself time, trouble, and money. Whether that means you don't have to go through the stock footage library or you don't have to send a crew out on set. Now you can do it all on your desktop with a text prompt. Well, now Google has introduced some new features to their Flow app and the VO3 model. This is sought after stuff. Like now you can create a clip with multiple shots of a consistent character with dialogue, and the much anticipated, highly requested feature to beat them all, you can now begin with your own starting frame, an image that you created, whether that's in the Google app, Midjourney, or your image generator of choice. All right, so I've ran a text prompt. We're doing text to video first, just to check out how the lip sync works. I gave it a text prompt to try to get something that looks like this whole setup. I said a guy, a news anchor in a navy blue suit, delivering the lines. Let's see how we go.
Welcome to WednesdAI. This week's AI news is very big.
That was pretty cool. Let's see the other one.
Welcome to WednesdAI. This week's AI news is very big.
In case you're wondering, yeah, that's exactly what our studio looks like over here. How do they get it so right from just a text prompt? That was pretty cool. Next, we're going to try frames to video, but first, we need a frame. And now I'm going to click reuse prompt, and I'm going to change text to video to frames to video. And then I'm going to upload this beautiful picture and click go. All right, now let's see what kind of results we got.
Welcome to WednesdAI. This week's AI news is very big. Welcome to WednesdAI. This week's AI news.
Now, the one thing it didn't do is I told it in the prompt to cut, after he says, welcome to WednesdAI, it's supposed to cut and we hear him talking during that orbit shot. Now, the cut and the orbit shot look great, but he's not delivering the rest of the line. So it's not quite following the prompt perfectly yet.
Welcome to WednesdAI. Have a lead tour today.
What?
This week's AI news is very big.
What did you say?
Welcome to WednesdAI. Have a lead tour today. This week's AI news is very big. Welcome to WednesdAI.
Okay, so
have a lead tour today.
It did get the second line after the cut, but it also added some absolute nonsense gibberish. It did say on the little pop-up with the feature announcement that the speech feature is in beta and you might get some unexpected results. So there's our unexpected result. What's with that smug face? All right, for our final test, I've written a little vignette and I've done a couple of takes of it, and I got one that's actually like legit good. Check this out.
Should we just play here? Sure, but where are we gonna plug in our guitars?
Now, what I like about this is like it's got comic timing. Like, keep in mind, I just gave it the image and wrote the little script in the prompt box, like as prose, not even in script form. But the AI video machine made a stylistic choice where I had it written to like see the women walking, cut to the first lady, then cut to the second lady, and it made a decision on its own to let the blonde woman speak before cutting to the second one, which ended up being better for the film. So it's making its own valid, good artistic decisions, or maybe it's just happenstance that it's happened to get a good generation. I don't say it often, but I hear it all the time. That old saw about how this is the worst the technology's ever going to be. You see what I did just now in a few minutes with a single image and a text prompt? You're going to be able to run your whole ad campaign on multiple platforms with a few keystrokes before too long. Very exciting times we're living in, everybody, and I hope you make something cool, and I hope you send me the link. Now let's see what's going on around the world of AI. Cloudflare has just launched a new marketplace that lets websites charge AI bots for the privilege of scraping their content for AI training. It's called the Bot Management Pricing Marketplace. It lets publishers set the terms and the rates. Now, obviously, the thing here is to go after big companies like Google and OpenAI, but at present, the whole thing is voluntary, kind of on the honor system. But the whole thing kind of reminds me of MP3s back in the day, and that turned into a whole industry, didn't it? Global AI regulation is rolling out unevenly. Over in the EU, they're going ahead with their AI Act, which aims to set a global standard for transparency, safety, and accountability. Meanwhile, in the United States, they're pulling back on the legislation that was going to stop individual states from making their own laws about regulating AI. We're also hearing that there was some kind of quasi-secret closed-door meeting between AI tech CEOs and lawmakers. To what degree are those kinds of conversations influencing the dialogue around the regulatory framework? Either way, we're going to cover it for you every step of the way, so stay tuned. Grammarly has acquired Superhuman, the AI-powered email client, in a move that's going to give them a bigger presence in the business communications space. So the deal is going to combine Grammarly's writing assistance tools with Superhuman's productivity tools into a smarter, more efficient communications platform. The cosmetics brand L'Oreal has just unveiled a new AI-powered recommendation system that takes skin analysis, personal preferences, and environmental data into account to make suggestions about the products that would be right for the user. So this is now AI impacting the beauty industry, as traditional consultants and retail channels are looking like they could soon become obsolete. Warner Music Group has just entered into a $1.2 billion joint venture with Bain Capital to acquire and manage music rights. Now, it's not just about the rights to music that's already out there created by living human beings, but together they also want to develop and launch and manage AI and digital virtual artists whose catalog they can then own and control. A lot of artists are kind of scratching their heads at this one. We'll see how it pans out when the material starts streaming on Spotify. AI-powered Barbies are now a thing, and parents, to put it lightly, have some concerns about safety and privacy. So these toys are equipped with microphones and internet connectivity and are going to interact with the children using generative AI. So the toy companies are saying that these are the next evolution of education toys and are going to have increased play value, and critics are saying that this is about data mining and turning families into the product for data that the toy companies can then sell. Who's going to end up being right here? And who knows if these kids are going to want these for Christmas coming this holiday season. And that's the show. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for watching. Here at WednesdAI, we strive to bring you the biggest, the baddest, and the best from the evolving world of artificial intelligence. Catch it every week on Wednesdays, news daily on Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts, and TikTok. And if you want to be the first to know about any of this, get over to WednesdAI.com, sign up for the newsletter. It comes to your inbox. You're in the know. Impress your friends with how smart you are about all this stuff. And as always, if you make something cool, send me the link. I want to see it. Thanks for watching, everybody. See you next time.
Fire!